All right, let's talk about a skill that, honestly, is a superpower for anyone who works with data. I'm talking about data cleaning. We're going to go on a little journey here from a totally chaotic mess to real analytical mastery. Because look, this isn't just about tidying up a spreadsheet, it's about making your data so solid, so trustworthy, that you can actually bet your most important decisions on it.
So here's our game plan for today. First, we're going to get real about the high cost of not doing this stuff. Then we'll go hunting for the two biggest culprits out there, duplicates and all those hidden errors. After that, I'm going to give you a 5-step playbook that you can use on any data set, and we'll wrap it all up with the habits that really separate the pros from the amateurs.
Okay, first things first, let's talk about the cost of messiness. Before we get into any of the how-to, we really need to understand the why. Because clean data, it isn't just a nice technical thing to have. It is the absolute foundation of any good analysis. Seriously, if you get this part wrong, everything you build on top of it is just waiting to fall apart. So let's really think about that for a second. What actually happens when your data is wrong? It's not just about a chart looking a little wonky. No, it's a marketing campaign that's targeting all the wrong people. It's a financial forecast that's off by millions. It could be a supply chain that completely breaks down, all because of a simple typo somewhere. It's about the very real and sometimes very expensive decisions that get made based on that bad info. You see, bad data creates this terrible domino effect. It kills your accuracy, which means your conclusions are just plain wrong. It wastes so much time and money while your team is scrambling to fix errors. And maybe worst of all, it completely destroys any trust people have in your insights. So clean data isn't a luxury, it's your first line of defense against making really bad, really costly mistakes.
All right, let's meet our first villain, the duplicate entry. Oh, these things are sneaky. They're like silent saboteurs hiding in your dataset, and they can completely wreck your analysis. They'll make you think a trend is way bigger than it actually is, or that you have more customers than you really do.
Now, the thing about duplicates is they don't just appear out of thin air. They have very clear origins. A lot of the time, they just creep in from simple human error. Someone typing something in twice. They can also flood your system when you try to merge two different datasets together. And sometimes it's just inconsistent formatting that tricks your software into thinking two identical things are actually different.
So how do we fight back? Well, you've basically got two weapons in your arsenal. The first is manual removal, sorting and filtering in a spreadsheet. That's kind of like weeding a small garden by hand. It works for a little bit, but it's slow, and you're definitely going to miss some. For anything bigger, you need the power tool, automation. Using scripts in something like Python or SQL can blast through millions of rows consistently in just seconds.
Okay, so we've dealt with duplicates, but now we've got to face a much sneakier enemy, data errors. These aren't exact copies, no. These are the little typos, the outdated information, and those formatting nightmares that corrupt your data from the inside out.
And this particular villain wears a lot of different masks. You've got your basic typos like unted states. You've got information that used to be correct but isn't anymore, like an old customer address. And then you have the formatting messes, where the same exact date is written in 3 different ways, totally confusing any program that tries to read it.
Spotting these little guys requires a few different tactics. You can use something called data profiling to get a big picture view and spot weird outliers, like, say, a customer whose age is listed as 200. You can also set up validation rules that automatically flag anything that doesn't make sense, like a zip code with letters in it. And you know what? Never ever underestimate a simple peer review. A fresh pair of eyes is one of the best tools you have.
Okay, so we've met the enemies, we know what they look like. Now it's time to arm you with the ultimate weapon. This is it. A systematic, step-by-step playbook that will help you transform any raw, messy data set into a clean, beautiful, analysis-ready asset.
Here it is. This is the 5-step process that brings order to all that chaos. First, you plan and assess, just to figure out what you're dealing with. Step 2, you standardize. Pick one format for your dates, your currency, whatever, and stick to it. Step 3 is to normalize, which we'll talk more about in a sec. Step 4, remove all the irrelevant junk that's not going to help your analysis. And finally, step 5, you check for completeness and figure out what to do with any missing data.
Let's just zoom in on that third step for a moment, normalization. This is such a critical idea. Just imagine you have one data set with weights measured in pounds and another one measured in kilograms. Well, before you can analyze them together, you have to normalize them. You have to get them onto a common scale. It's all about making sure you're comparing apples to apples, not apples to oranges.
Now, knowing the steps is one thing, but to really master data cleaning, you need to adopt a professional mindset. These next few things,
These are the habits, the unwritten rules, that really elevate your work from just good to truly great.
This is rule number 1. It is non-negotiable. Before you touch a single thing, before you delete one row or change one cell, you make a backup copy of the original data. It's your safety net, it's your undo button. It lets you experiment and fix mistakes without fear. Always, always do this.
Next up, you have to leave a trail of breadcrumbs. Document every single change you make, and just as importantly, why you made it. Why? Because 6 months from now, when you or someone else on your team is wondering why a certain number looks different, that log is going to be your absolute best friend. It makes your work transparent and reproducible.
You have to get this idea of perfect data out of your head. It doesn't exist. The best data sets are the ones that are cleaned and maintained over time. Think of it like gardening, right? You can't just weed a garden once and expect it to stay perfect forever. It needs regular attention to stay healthy and useful.
And finally, please, don't try to do this alone in a dark room. Don't clean your data in a silo. A fresh pair of eyes from a colleague will almost always spot something that you missed. Collaboration helps you find better solutions, and it makes sure that the final data set actually works for everybody who needs to use it. It makes the final product so much stronger.
So we'll end on this thought. Data cleaning isn't a task you just check off a list. It's a continuous process, a mindset. So I'll leave you with a question. Looking at the data you work with every day, what's one small step you can take right now to improve its health and start that journey from mess to mastery?